practical.
It certainly is.
Perfect. If you've ever flown on a plane, you'll know it's quite the experience. And talking about all the ups and downs are Aly and Brianna on this week's episode of Hot Button. Ready.
Hello and welcome to this episode of Hot Button. Today we're going to be talking about air travel. Aly, have you ever traveled by plane before?
Of course I have. I've traveled by plane when I visited my family in Germany when I was about 4 years old. And then a couple years ago, me and my friends went to Florida and we hung out in Disney World for a whole week.
That's cool. This year I traveled by plane. I went to France, so
wow.
That was 2 flights there and back. And then 5 years ago I went to Mexico and then California. So I've been on a few flights. For you, have you ever had any good experiences or bad experiences with flying? How'd you like it?
Most of my experiences are actually pretty bad. Just the takeoff and the landing, there's a bit of ups and downs.
Do you feel sick or nervous from flying?
Anxious, paranoid, claustrophobic because, claustrophobic.
So you feel claustrophobic?
I feel claustrophobic. There's a bunch of people around.
There's definitely a bunch of people packed into one tube.
It's like a tube full of people.
Yeah.
It's in the air. Yeah. And the takeoff, the pressure on your chest, you're hyperventilating. I'm freaking out.
I mean, once that flight initially starts, you kind of start to see what's around you, and that thought of I'm stuck in this seat for the next 4 to 12 hours really sinks in. So I think when you first get on that plane, the nerves kind of do set in. But once you're actually in the air, you're doing okay, right?
Right. When you first get on the plane, first thing you have to do is call dibs on the window seat.
Best seat there is.
Right. You have that beautiful view. It helps me relax a little bit.
You can lean on the side if you want to take a nap or something. Whereas if you're in the middle of the aisle, you can't really go anywhere.
Oh, yeah,
you're just
the
stuck.
middle and the aisle seats are the worst. People get up to go to the bathroom and they're climbing over you. Like strangers you don't even know are climbing over you.
And if you're in the middle or the aisle, you're kind of fighting for that armrest. You don't really have anywhere to go with your body, right? There's such minimal space from people leaning back in their seats. You're really constricted. So I think that window seat is the most important seat. But if you're in the aisle seat, you do get your food first.
Either way, if you have a seat where there's a kid sitting behind you,
it's terrible.
And he's kicking that seat, it doesn't matter what seat you are on that plane. You have a kid that's kicking your seat for 9 hours and you just want to curl up and go back home.
I know. On my flight when I was going to France, there were kids literally running around and screaming on the plane, and I just thought where are the parents? Why aren't they saying anything? When I was a kid, I was told you do not yell on the plane, you do not put your feet up, there's so many rules. What are these parents thinking? They are just letting their kids run loose on an airplane.
Actually, what my parents did on the flight to Germany, they bundled me up in a blanket and they just stuck me kind of under the seat in
like
the
a stowaway luggage.
Yeah, they're you're just gonna sleep for 9 hours.
I mean, at least you got to sleep on a plane. I can't really sleep on planes. It's so uncomfortable. Just
No, I have to do something. I need to either look at an in-flight movie, knit, or play video games.
That's a good thing though. Flights offer that. They offer in-flight movies. They have so many options I found on my flight. I had so many things to choose from, which was amazing considering I have so much time to fill up, right?
Right, 9 whole hours. And then you get hungry, right?
Yeah, on the overseas flights, they do feed you meals, but they are the smallest and really gross meals. They don't taste good.
They're disgusting.
That's why they're free, because they're so bad.
They're free for a reason. The big reveal, they take off that plastic cover and it's ew, what is that? And it smells like gelatin.
It's all one color. It's so bland. There's variation of foods. It's just pasta.
And you feel sick after.
It's not good food. Doesn't sit well with you, and you're on an airplane. No, you should have something that sits.
It's being microwaved. It's just on a plastic tray in the microwave.
It's not good, and it's just. But I mean, there's free drinks. That's a plus.
Right.
Not that big though, but that's okay.
Even the flight attendants, they hand you the food and they're not even thrilled about it. They're
they kind of look sorry.
I feel sorry you have to eat this.
I know, and that's kind of your experience with flying. It's either good or bad.
Right. What are your experiences with flying? Do you like it? Do you dislike it? Let us know on Facebook and Twitter. And that's all for Hot Button. We'll see you next time.